and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing with some new cream products that I recently bought on Boozy Shop. They're mainly drugstore products, or at least in the cheaper range, and I decided to just pick some fall shades of blush up and a new bronzer stick and a new highlight, and we're just going to do a full face, and I'm going to include those new products. And then later in this month or the next month I'm going to do a giant cream product extravaganza, and therefore I need to try these products now. So before we get started, if you're new here, I want to thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you'll stay and subscribe to my channel. My name is Cecile, I'm 28 years old, I live in the Netherlands, and I upload 3 times a week with makeup related content, so I would love to share it with you. And now let's get into the video. Let me zoom you in a little bit. I'm going to keep it pretty simple today. I don't think I'm going to do any eyeshadow. I'll just start with my foundation. So for foundation I'm going to use the Got2b Sheer Me Up foundation, which I got on the train station in Germany. This is from that pretty famous hair glue brand, and they also make makeup now. And I've been trying this foundation and it's not my favorite. I do like the way it looks initially a lot, but it settles into my smile lines and other fine lines pretty quickly, and I don't have very pronounced fine lines yet, so that was a bit of a concern for me. But I think it will be a perfect base for all these cream products that we're going to try. So I'm just going to apply this with a foundation brush. Just a pretty light layer. Like I said, I don't want to do anything too heavy today. I'm just not in the mood for it. So I feel like that did make quite a bit of a difference. It has this beautiful, soft matte, slightly radiant, I guess just a natural finish. I don't know why I started with the soft matte. It's not very dewy like sticky, it's just a little bit glowy, and I like that. Then I'm just going to apply a little bit of my Pat McGrath concealer. So I'll apply a little bit underneath my eyes, a little bit on top. I do hit all the usual places, but I am applying a little bit less. And then I like to take my same foundation brush and just make sure everything is blended into the foundation. The Pat McGrath concealer can actually look pretty natural as well if you just apply it with a large brush like this and don't apply too much of it. So now we're getting into the new product territory. For cream bronzer, I only picked up one new product, and that is the Milani Supercharged Cheek and Lip Multi-Stick. This is clearly not for the lips, at least I don't think so. It's a very bronzy color. Let me swatch everything on my hand. So this is in the shade 150 Electric Bronze, and I feel like this will be a nice bronzing / contouring shade for me. And I've never tried anything from the brand before, so I was kind of excited to give this a try. I'm just going to apply it with the stick straight onto my skin. I'm just going to draw a line. Seems to be not extremely pigmented so far, and a little bit dewy, I think. So I'm just taking my Real Techniques brush to blend this out. Blends out really easily and it looks pretty natural. where I blended it out, of course. I was almost afraid it was going to be a little bit too subtle, but I don't think that is the case. I kind of like this. It's pretty glowy, but it's a nice shade. It's a nice bronzer shade for me, but it is pretty shiny. That I have to say. It's more glowy than the skin tint or the sheer foundation that I've applied underneath. And there's direct sunlight coming from there, and there are definitely, it looks like I'm wearing a highlighter. I'm not, it's just this product. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I do like the sheerness of it. It does look a little bit more natural that way. It's just that sheen is a little bit unnatural, but I don't hate it. For blush, I definitely picked up the most products. Since my trip to Prague, I tried some cream blushes, and they were all sort of pinky toned, and I really liked them. But now for the fall, I wanted some nudes and some berries and some reds, stuff like that. So I bought 3 drugstore blush products. I have the Sweet Cheeks from NYX in the shade Nude Tude. It has this almost lip gloss like wand, and I'll apply some over here. Oh, it's pigmented. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. It's sort of mauvey or old pink. I don't know if that's what it's called in English, but like a very dusty pink. That's pretty. So that's the first one. Then I wanted to try this. It wasn't on sale, by the way, for €5. It's this Planet Revolution little blush and lip and cheek tint in a little pot. It's from Planet Revolution, and that is one of the sister brands from Makeup Revolution, which is supposed to be more sustainable. It comes in this pretty big pot. And I really fell in love with this color. It's fresh raspberry. It has its own little lid protector. Oh, it's pretty hard. Oh, I like this. That is beautiful. It's not quite as pigmented as the NYX. It feels like it will be a durable cream. It's a pretty dense consistency. And then thirdly, I have another Makeup Revolution product. I didn't realize I had 2. This is the Super Dewy liquid blush. I already had this in Fortunately Flushed, which was a very pale pink color, and I really liked it. I just thought it wasn't so dewy. So I wanted to try another one. This is in the shade, what was it called again? You Got Me Blushing. And I did try this one already once, and I really liked it. It was a lot more dewy than the other one. So I'll swatch it over here. This one was pretty intense on me, so I can only imagine how intense this one will be. But I liked it. I liked the color. I thought it blended out beautifully. So which one shall we use? I kind of want to use the middle one, just to give it a try. So that's the little pot in fresh raspberry. Just going to take my blush brush and dab a little bit on there. It's probably way too much. But we're going... Oh no, my lid fell! He's going to be so mad. So... So I picked some up on my brush. Now I'm going to blend it out. It does have a smell. It kind of smells nostalgic to me. Like crayons or something else I used in my childhood. I'm going to put powder over this, by the way, so it won't be as intense. Yeah, I definitely used way too much. Let me blend it out first and then I'll go over with my foundation brush. So I'm also going to put a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, on my nose. I do really like this, but yeah, they had lighter shades. I definitely picked a bit of a bright one for my fair skin tone. So I'm just taking my foundation brush and I'm going over most of it. This is nice. This is too much. Alright, still pretty bright. And also pretty shiny. But not really tacky at all. It did kind of dry down. Nice. That's actually a pretty nice product. Now my foundation brush is all pink. Yeah, I do think this one will be a little bit too intense for me. But I am going to use it. I can use another one on my eyes. I'm going to use the Super Dewy on my eyes. Just going to take a little bit on my finger. Just tapping it out. This one is, so the pot that I just used was a very dense cream. And this one is very fluffy in comparison. It's like marshmallow fluff. You can also see that it's a lot less pigmented. I do think that's a beautiful color. They are pretty similar. This one is a little bit more purple and this one is a little bit more true red. But I like it. I like this these cream blushes on my eyes. I never tried it before, but I kind of like it, yeah. So now we need a highlighter. Not that we need one, but I have two and I want to try at least one of them. So I have another brand that I never tried anything from before, which is Soda. This is a Russian brand. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It was briefly sold at one of the drugstores here in the Netherlands called the Kruidvat. And I skipped over it because I didn't really know the brand. But then I checked out their Instagram page and their website and it looks really, really cute. So this one comes in this triangular packaging, but it is a stick. And it comes with a tiny sticker sheet, which is very cute. I really like that. So this is what the component looks like. And it is pretty bright yellow, yellow gold. On the side it looked a little bit more pale gold. So let's see. I'll swatch it. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty yellow. I'm not sure if that's going to work for me. But I could always use it on my eyes, so it'll be used. But I'm not sure if I can use it as an actual highlighter. Then I also have this one from NYX. This was called a mini, but I think it's pretty big. And it's the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Sunbeam. This one was only like $3.95. So let me put a little bit on the back of my hand. Oh, this one is very natural. I'm not sure if you can even see that. Yeah, okay, you can see it. But it's very sheer. Not pigmented at all. This one is a very thick cream and this one is a very, very fluffy liquid. Yeah, you really have to be in direct sunlight to be able to see it. But I think I'm just going to try the NYX one because the other one seems to be a little bit too dark. So I'm taking a little bit on my finger and I'm going to apply a little bit on top of that blush, but very high up. And then also a little bit on my nose. And I don't have the best of luck with liquid highlighters. I like the Charlotte Tilbury one. This one doesn't do too much for me. I don't really see a big difference. It's just a little bit glowy over there. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. So now I kind of want to try the Soda one after all. I'm just going to apply it a little bit in between. right there. I like this formula a lot better. And I don't really hate the color either. It makes the blush a little bit more orange. But also this one on the face is not as intense as you would expect. It's really more of a yellow tint. Yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of these liquid illuminators, liquid highlighters. I'm definitely mostly a fan of the blushes so far. So that was all of the cream products I wanted to try. Let me apply a little bit of powder. This is just the Essence Brighten Up powder. And I like to apply this on a small brush. Tap out the concealer. And just apply a little bit of powder underneath my eyes and at the sides of my nose. So I just applied a little bit in the center of my face and I think this looks a lot better. It's just with the concealer that's a little bit dewy and the bronzer that's a little bit dewy and the foundation that's a little bit dewy, it gets a little bit too much. So now I need to quickly finish up this look. I'm going to add a little bit of Dior Pump and Brow in my brows. I'm going to use a little bit of this burgundy mascara from YSL. This one is nearly done, so the mascara won't be quite as heavy as it used to be. But I kind of like this light look. I really want to repurchase this one as soon as there is another mascara sale, or maybe at Black Friday. This is a pricey mascara, but it lasted me so long. I'm ashamed to even tell you how long. It never went bad, so I feel like it's a good investment. So a little bit of mascara, and then I need to finish it up with a fun lip color. I have these lip products here from my Project Pan, and I think I'm going to use those. I would usually go with something a little bit more pinky with this, but now I'm going to go with red. So I have this Rimmel 1000 Kisses red lip liner. And then I have this Guerlain lipstick in the shade 2020. This is their Shine Automatique. I don't think it's made anymore. I got it as on a very steep sale when I was in London a couple of years ago. This nice red shade. Very shiny red shade. I like it. Yeah, I really like this choice. I never would have gone for a red with all this bright blush, but I kind of like the fact that I doubled down. So this is the finished look using pretty much only cream products. I really liked all the products that I tried out. I must say I need to try that Milani stick over top of a more matte foundation, but still not a very high coverage foundation because it's not a very high coverage product. So I think it would clash. But I think I like it. I like the color. I like the way it blended out and applied. So it's not a fail yet. It's a little glowy for a bronzer stick. And I really like the blushes, but that bright red is a little bit intense for me. So I'll need to use far less with that product. But like I did it now with the foundation and the powder on top, I still think it worked. And the liquid illuminators were not a big success for me. I'm going to give them another try, of course, and I'll let you know in my monthly ranking how they worked out. But they're probably going to end up pretty low on the list. The banner for today really is this lipstick, I think. But that was not what we were discussing today. Still, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really did. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.